This month is all about the hips and really working on how we can make them stable safely while modifying for anything that we may need as far as back comfort and hip issues, really working to build some power in this pose today. We're going to talk about a single leg squat, and we're going to use a chair. You can use whatever you have. I've got an ottoman with a bolster on top of it. So whatever height is good is how we're going to modify it. It's also called a single leg box squat when you do it this way. So we're going to come into mountain. We're going to pull the lower belly in, pull the belly button towards the spine, really engaging up all the way through the pelvic floor, so we're lifting. And then we shift weight onto one foot. Now just bring the heel up, and we're using the hip flexor when we do this action, really utilizing the hip flexor to flex the femur up. So we're going to be pretty close to our seat here. So one leg. We want to make sure this knee is tracking forward. We don't want it to pass the toes. So we're going to hinge at the hip. We're going to lift this leg up. Now you can keep a bent knee or you can set it straight out. So roll the shoulders back, pull the belly in, open the chest. We're pulling the shoulder blades together, engaging those rhomboids. And as we lift our foot up, we squat down, we touch the seat, and we stand up. So the other side, so you guys can see, so we want to keep this knee stable. So we shift our weight. We're not going to let this hip pop out. We want to be nice and square. So we come here, engage, shift the weight, and come down. And so you can kind of use that if you need to. The other thing you could do, sometimes just holding something gives some stability. Here. Straighten and come down. Now you could rest here if you needed to. Or you could start this, instead of starting with a squat, you could start here and start by lifting each leg. If you have a hard time with this action with moving here and standing on one leg. To make this harder, you would make the seat lower. And you could come all the way down and send the leg out forward, all the way down. But to make it harder, you would just remove that, and then that would be your next goal. So it's a nice one for building some individual side, like hip flexion, because sometimes when we use both sides, we can compensate more easily. So if we have some imbalances, maybe we need to strengthen the medial rotators. Maybe we sit like this a lot, or maybe we sit like this a lot. So it's really good to strengthen the glutes for hip stability and really to help with the entire lumbar spine and sacral area as well.